Do you want to be a pediatrician? You might have a few questions, and this should answer them. There will be 4 years of general college or university education, focusing mostly on science and math. Afterwards, you will go through 4 years of medical school, decide your focus, like pediatrics, and once you graduate, you are an MD, or medical doctor. But you're not done yet. There's a 3-year residency in your future, where you will work so you can get some experience. Finally, you're done, and you can get your first job as an official MD. But what will your job entail? Dawn Rudolph, a residential nurse, gives us her schedule.
You start your shift off, you get your patient assignment, you do an overview of all the patients in your units, you assess your patient, you set the plan of care, you give the patient the medicine, you get them ready for bed. If the patient is really sick and critical, you do a variety of different things. You can put them on a ventilator, you can put them on life support, you give them medicine to help their heart rate, to help their blood pressure. You go in, kind of set the plan of care, involve the patient in the plan of care, so what do you think your goal should be tonight? You want to sleep? Because it is night. We encourage patients to sleep. If not, they get a little crazy 3 days out and no sleep.
And, of course, there will be a lot of paperwork.
I would say, at least half of your night is consumed with documentation.
You'll most likely be working in a hospital where your office will look a little like this. You'll work with many different people. And when you work with a child, sometimes a parent will be there or a sibling. And in that case, it's like you have more than one patient in the room, even though the child is the main person you're working with. You will have to handle many different tools, even if it's something you strongly dislike or are afraid of.
I cannot stand needles, and I hate shots, and any sort of puke, anything that comes out of someone's body. When I was your age and even younger, I'd be like, oh my gosh. But when you're a nurse, you don't see it like that. You see it as, I have to give this shot. Do I have the right medicine? Do I have the right supplies? You're not even consumed with I gotta, am I in the right muscle? That's your biggest concern. Those fears kind of get put aside because you're trying to do something bigger than that fear itself.
And as with every job, there are benefits, both mental and physical.
I can say I can go to work and I can make a difference in somebody's life. To say that is a very powerful statement.
You will be in a job that focuses on helping people, which will raise your self-esteem, and it could save a life. Of course, as with every job, there will be struggles to go along with the happiness. Your self-confidence will have to be high, and if a child is really sick, there isn't a way to soften the blow to a concerned parent. You should be direct at relating information.
You see life very differently. You see the tragic events that can happen to people, brought on by themselves, and just random things that can happen. It's made me a more humble, a more compassionate person.
No matter how long you will have worked or been retired, people will remember you. You will get the feeling of something like
people being still loving to have been my patient.
The son of a retired Dr. John Jolly received this message from one of his father's old patients.